The word for today is apogee, meaning the highest point or a climax or a culmination. In astronomy, it is used when the moon or a satellite are the furthest they could be from Earth. But I decided to draw my cats. We have a cat tree, and usually Bob's at the very top of it, but I got a picture of Boyke being higher up than Bob. Bob decided to try and take it back, but was like, no, my turn. I really like the picture, so I decided to try drawing it as my representation of Apogee. I did reposition where Bob and Boyke are on the cat tree. To better represent the word, I put Boyke at the very top of the tree and Bob one rung down, trying to be like, wait, me too. Boyke's like, no, and like ready to bap him because it's so stinking cute. I also changed how the cat tree itself looks, so it looks like a better cat tree than it is. So for the bottom part that I'm adding in that's not connected to how the cat tree actually looks, I put in a little hidey hole, and I was trying to put in a second one, but I just couldn't find it in a way that I liked it, so I ended up nixing that. Bobby does this thing where he likes certain things and thinks of them as his. One of the things that he has adopted as his own is actually my bicycle. He has a routine where he will daily go rub his face on the seat, the tires, the handlebar, sometimes the pedals. And he'll just, be making sure his scent is freshly on it, like, good, my bike is still mine, which is hilarious and always cracks me up when I see him doing it. This cat tree in particular is also something he sees as his. Now, he doesn't get mean when he sees someone else using his stuff. He just kind of tries to also be there. So when Boyke was on his cat tree, he was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to be up there. And then Boyke was kind of like ready to defend himself, give him a quick bap, like, no, buddy, no, I'm allowed here too. And of course, after taking the picture, I, let Bob know that Boyke can be there too. When I added the ink in, Boyke's face, I don't know what happened, but he ended up looking a little bit like a chihuahua. It looks better once I put in the color, once I put the ink and stuff down. But yeah, I messed up on his face a little bit. Boyke is a Russian blue, so whenever I draw him or paint him or anything, I try to give him that blue sheen that Russian blues and some other gray animals will have, where if they hit the sun just right, you kind of see just a little bit of blue. I always try to give him just a little bit extra blue in there, a little bit of that sheen. I think these Copics worked out pretty well for that. Once colored, his face started looking like a cat's face again, so that was nice. I was pretty worried about it. Although I have trouble stopping the inks from blending quite as much as I'd like, so I couldn't do much more of his face than just kind of this hint of cat face, because I was drawing him pretty small to begin with, and the Copics spread a little bit when they're put on the paper, since I'm just using a regular drawing paper here. Bobby's stripes are always fun. I think I've never made them look the same in any drawing. They're just the idea of a striped gray-brown tabby. Bobby is so long. It's one of the first comments anybody says when they see him. So drawing a picture where he's stretched out is pretty fun. It really shows how ridiculous his length is. Boyke is smaller than Bobby. Most cats I know are smaller than Bobby. He's not like a large cat, he's just a little bit bigger than medium, but it really shows when you don't own another bigger cat. I ended up deciding I wanted the cat tree to be this pinkish color. I just wanted more than grays and browns in this picture, and I figured the cat tree was a good way to do that. I really like the way the color turned out, and I almost wish I had a cat tree this color. I think it looks really nice. I also changed the way the supports for the cat tree looked. I really like the idea of having cat trees fully wrapped in sisal. Sisal is what most cat scratchers are made out of. It's the rope that's thrown around it. I really like the idea of having as much sisal as possible in our house, just so they have so many options of where to scratch and they never, ever, ever are tempted by our furniture. And I think the cat tree that we own already would look really nice if it was just cat scratch and perches. So I messed up on Bobby's coloring. You can see it's kind of, the back of him is spilling out into the rest of the paper. Again, I was kind of struggling with getting the Copic to not run farther than I wanted them to. I used the clear marker as much as I could to kind of spread out the spill and make it lighter, but I couldn't completely get rid of it. I decided to add this nice minty green in the background, mostly to continue to help cover up the spill of color that I did out of Bobby's back. But I think it ended up giving the picture a very finished look. I think the picture looked very nice in the end. Again, I could have done a little bit better with Boykie's face, but I am really proud of this one. I think it looks really nice, and I really like the color choices I ended up going with. So, this is my picture for the word Apogee.